Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Vechain, taking a look at what's been going on most recently with that price action and what I think is likely to happen next. As I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I really do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will not miss another video update. Above and beyond those two things though guys, if you haven't yet joined us in Discord, you are missing a trick. Check it out. Link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. Let's run the intro and get right down into today's video. Okay guys, kicking things off with Vechain here paired up with USDT, and we are on the 1 hour Binance chart. As you can kind of see, we are still finding ourselves in a bearish structure here on the 1 hour. From a smart money concepts perspective, we can see that we had a change of characterization from the previous bullish movement to the upside, changing us into a bearish movement. We can also see here the break of structure, basically confirming that in fact we are indeed bearish for now. Now with this, we can obviously acknowledge that this is basically just a three-wave movement, or three new lower lows, with, of course, the lower highs consistently appearing here as well. So for now, this isn't looking overly too great, but we are looking for a break to the upside. I think we're getting close. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting kind of, moving along quite nicely. We're kind of trying to get our breakout situation. I think we're getting close to that. It might happen over the weekend. It might happen next week, but let's go ahead and dive down into these most recent structures. Now, from here, we can see the white line, that's the 200 EMA, the red line, that's the 50 EMA, and the yellow line is the 50 SMA. The price is actually now stacked up quite nicely above all of those, which is good. And we also see here that the 50 SMA and the 50 EMA is above that of the 200 EMA. So this, from a traditional kind of EMA point of view, or just a moving average perspective, is actually looking okay. We're finding good support on that 50 EMA and 50 SMA right now. So that's looking to hold up quite well. I do suspect, though, we're probably going to have a quick move to the downside at some point soon before we have a continuation, but I'm going to give you the high target ranges nonetheless. We can see here that we had this move up. We had a three-wave correction here. So if I run the fibs from this movement and we actually pull this up, I think we have the potential for this breakout to occur. As you can kind of see, this will basically set a higher high on many of the local highs that we had seen at the moment. This here would actually be targeting at about 2.2 to 2.3 cent. I think we have the ability to kind of do this, but I don't think it's going to happen instantaneously. I think we're going to have to see a correction first before we really get a major move up here. That will actually put us into a bullish structure as well from a smart money concept point of view, and let me show you what this will look like. It will look like this, right? And I think ultimately that will basically get a break above these areas here, changing our characterization from bearish to bullish, and we'll break our parallel channel, which I'll go ahead and draw on. I don't think it's parallel necessarily. We'll see if it is parallel. I don't think it is, but we'll run it in here and see. It's not quite parallel, but essentially, as you can kind of see, if I pull this back out here, we kind of have this channel. We're looking for this breakout situation. We've been testing it quite aggressively right here. And if we can get that break, then it's going to be basically heading us on out there. I'm a little bit concerned about the 8-hour stochastics being a little bit on the high side, but we'll see how it kind of plays out for Vechain on this smaller time frame. We are heading for a breakout, in my opinion, here. Like I said, though, if this is going to be resistance, we might have to retest back down on that 200 EMA to get confirmation. So just be a little bit cautious there for that one. Take this out into the daily, here you can see that we were liking, and I still think we are likely to see this Y wave high before we get a breakdown. This is basically 2.358 to 2.641. We have plenty of momentum on the hourly chart for this move, and it is, to me, looking like a WXY, X, and Z pattern. Pretty certain Well, that is what is going on because we don't have a good structure here. So let me go ahead and just do the due diligence just to make sure that everything is what I think it is. We don't want to kind of get caught out by anything. Yeah, so we haven't hit the 1.618. Essentially, this does mean that we are W, X, Y, X, and we're looking for that Z wave move to the upside there. Our target range within our Y wave is basically essentially between 2.358 and 2.641. Once this completes, I expect a move to the downside, as I do not believe we have actually finished our bearish structures here on a macro scale for Vechain. I still suspect we actually have further to the downside to go, which is really apparent from our weekly time frame. Here you can see we are tracking this kind of three-wave movement, and we are tracking for a move down towards the 0.00811 and 0.01063. Now, with all that being said, it is possible that a double bottom is going to hold, but we'll have to see. At the moment, we can see that there is resistance being met here on that 50 EMA, with the 200 EMA still sitting a little bit higher. Ultimately, a breakout on the weekly chart only happens if we can cross 3.255 cent, and that is going to be a hefty task for Vechain at the moment. We can see here a bit of a dojo candle on the week at the moment, so depending on where our weekly close is, it could be an indication as to kind of what is to come. We are heavily overbought on the weekly time frame. The last time that we were up here of significance, we actually saw a pretty decent move to the downside from that 3.255 down to that 1.3. It was a 59% move. So what realistically I'm thinking here is we are likely to see a bit of a move to the downside, and if we were to kind of mirror that, then we are heading down towards less than 1 cent. So all to kind of play for here on Vechain. I think there's going to be some great accumulative phases. And we can also see some great potential in the future for Vechain's price action to head on up, where we are talking about, trying to get above that kind of 50 cent level. Once above that 50 cent level, then obviously, we're talking about what the price is going to react to, 77 cent and upwards towards that $1 level. There's a lot of hope and desire to see Vechain up at that $1 level. Whether it will or not is yet to be seen. But for now, what we can do is we can see that there's going to be some great opportunities to accumulate at the lows, and we have some pretty decent price expectations in the future overall on Vechain. I think though, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. It's just a nice brief technical analysis on Vechain's VET token. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Don't forget to join us down in Discord. Links are in the description below, and I will catch you all in the next one.